Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Being Trans. I am Amanda Bonanza, and somewhere on the screen that I'm not sure of because the things all move around, we all get a different perspective. Somewhere is the ever illustrious Lilith Electra. She's the one that's got blonde hair. And then another someplace else on this screen is the ever elegant Emily Kailyn, who has the darker hair than me or Lilith. That's how you can tell us apart, because otherwise it's like, it's just like
Sisters.
what who's who? Who's
Yeah.
who? What's happening?
Yeah. Although some of my hair is darker, but there is a lot of silver showing now.
It is a I'm not going to say it's an unfortunate thing. You can't really see it, but I have lots of gray hairs too, but they're not showing through like that. But I mean, they will show through, and I don't mind. Like, I don't even dye my hair. Do you two dye your hair?
No.
Not anymore. I used to once in a while just for kicks. But honestly, if I were to dye it, I would dye it so it was all as white as the under hair is on here. It's like that's what I want.
You want the all
But
white color. You want to go
I want the
like
all white. I want
Marilyn
the
Monroe platinum blonde is what you want.
no.
No.
White is not platinum blonde. I'm not
It's
sure where you
not.
got that.
No.
White
Well,
is
because I'm
not platinum
colorblind. That's how.
Even
Fair.
just saying them, you could tell they were different colors.
Not when I. Well, you could. They have lots of different words for the same thing. Like,
Yeah, true.
that's not fair. Because like there's like you could call it black, or you could call it ebony, or you could call it onyx. Like, have you ever been to a
I've
paint
ne-
store?
I've never heard
Like,
anyone
there's a
call white and
thousand
platinum
different
blonde the same
things for
thing.
blue.
Are you
So
talking about cerulean? Is that what you're
No,
talking
I'm
about?
talking about cornflower.
so are gray hairs easy? Are they I mean, I know people dye them all the time, so they must be fairly easy to dye, right?
Yeah, I mean, the general principle with dyeing hair is like you can always, if your hair's light, it's going to work, but it's hard to go lighter than what you have.
Yeah.
It takes a little extra work, but like if you just want to cover a lighter shade up with a darker shade, it's really easy.
Well,
The
that makes me
problem,
think it'd be kind of cool to do like to go do a like a medium pink,
yeah,
a little bit more red to it than this. Well, maybe that'd be perfect. That color right there. Um, so that my general hair wouldn't really show it. Maybe it would be slightly tinted, but then you just have the pink streaks. I think that would be cool.
I think it'd be great. I'd love to see it. I mean, the main issue that I have with dyeing hair isn't that I have a problem with dyed hair. I really like it, but I know that the process can be pretty damaging to hair.
Yeah.
And so like if you keep doing it over and over again, eventually your hair gets really brittle and it looks like you've done that. And then you have to be careful of the pratfall that I've seen so many older women fall into, which is like they'll do exactly what you're saying. I don't like the gray, I'm going to cover up the gray. But then they do it like well into their 60s and they look like it just looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point you have to come to terms with it, be like, I have gray hair.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I'm not interested in covering it. I just love the idea of doing some colors and not having, and then that's specifically exactly what you just brought up. Bleaching is brutal on your hair. Coloring isn't the best, but it would be significantly better. And I don't want to really bleach my hair, but I like the idea of some color. So if I could do something like that and have the silvers pick up the color, I think that could be fun, kind of like highlighting. So sort of best of both worlds. But yeah, I'm not really like. I don't know. I really like what it's doing to my hair. Maybe like if I ended up with like a skunk streak somewhere, maybe I'd feel a little bit different about it. But yeah, I don't really have any interest in covering it up right now.
You don't
well,
want
if you were
that.
going to
You don't
say
want that.
something a while ago, now your
You don't
face
want
is
that.
amazing.
You don't want that. You don't want that Lily Munster skunk hair right down the
The
middle.
girl from
That was
Nightmare on
that
Elm
was
Street
like
had it, and I
that was
loved
like
it.
that was like popular in like the 90s and like the
The
early
80s.
2000s. And they would just get like the hair and there's like the one thing like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
So crazy. As for your hair, I don't know, like I only see you through the TV camera here, so I don't know if you have enough, like, because I don't think any pink or anything would take to your dark hair,
Yeah,
and so I'm not sure how much gray you have that it would pop out as much.
even
It's
show.
so
Yeah.
weird. Like It's so weird. Like I said, I went to a person who did my hair, and we did like some pink, and it looked nice. I like dyeing my hair. It's just like right now, it's like, first of all, I do the stuff you get shipped to you. I have no way to get stuff shipped to me here in unknown company and country, and then yeah, I just don't want to spend the money on it either. I might get my hair cut this month though, for the first time in over a year, so that might be an exciting development.
Nice.
Like, are you gonna
We'd have
cut it?
a big reveal show.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, right. I've been looking at places in the area that have English speaking stylists, and might just go in and have it shorn.
Like cut, or like just like,
Yeah, like a real
straight it?
cut. It's almost too much right now.
You've
Yeah.
gotten to the point in your transition where like, I don't want this long hair anymore. It's
Like
becoming
this, like,
burdensome.
take like this much off or something.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a big
I'm
thing.
looking to go. I mean, look, mine is below, mine is well below boob now.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking to probably
great.
come back up to about here with a lot of layering. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that really soon. And yeah, same thing. I get my hair cut like once every 2 years, whether it needs it or
how
not.
often I do it too. Yeah, that's about my frequency, and like, and I don't like taking a lot off. Like, I don't know if I ever. I know I told you this. I know I've talked about this on this show like probably a long time ago, so it's enough. It's okay to bring it back up, but like pre-transition, like that was such a huge source of dysphoria for me, was like having the societal pressure of having short hair, like, and me, I always wanted to grow my hair out long, and I was like never technically allowed. Like, I got shit from every direction. I got shit from my employers, from my parents, from my teachers, from my peers, and it just felt like garbage. And like the second, like the instant I came out and told people I was trans, like that just stopped, and I was allowed to grow my hair without like being scolded or chided in any way. And it was always these like just subtle jabs that were just like really got to me, and that just it all just ended immediately. And it was like, oh god, it feels so good to just be able to grow out my hair without the like bombardment of little pinpricks of like, getting a little long there, isn't it? Like, here's just all that shit that like I always got. And it was like, oh, it was just such a nice relief. And so I'm not quite at the point where like I want to chop it off, because I know you get to that point where it's like, okay, I've been doing this a long time, and now it's a burden. I am at the point where it's like, it's a lot of work in the shower. Like, but I'm not even close to chopping this off. No way.
Jane Doe in the chat says, I really wanted long hair, but now it bothers the crap out of me because of autism sensory issues. And it's just like, yeah, my thing is mine breaks a lot. Like, putting on, taking off my over the ear headphones and just different things seems to be breaking a lot. So I've got a lot of like small wispy ones that, especially when I have like a lip gloss on and my lips are really sticky, I tend to have like hairs that just blow there and stick there, and I can't find them to get them off of my face no matter how much I try. Like that can like drive me up a wall. Like, it's from a sensory standpoint, it gets to the point of like where my skin is crawling and I need this thing to move. So
I actually completely shaved my head about 2 years into my transition. I was like full bald.
Wow.
Actually it looked really good.
Wow.
My makeup done. Yeah. But it was, what's really hard to maintain is staying completely bald. Because you forget for 3 days to shave, and now it's like you're gumming up a razor blade because there's too much hair.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta do that. You gotta do that shit every day. It's a pain in the ass. I like wash my hair once a week. If I shave bald, I've got to do it every day. Ugh. I was looking for less work, not more work.
Yeah, there's still, I haven't finished laser or electrolysis on my face, so they're still shaving every day, and it's like that is not cool.
Yeah,
Anything you have to shave every day sucks.
I never shared that picture with you when I was bald.
I never saw it.
Okay.
No.
Well then,
I mean, it makes more sense that I wouldn't have seen it.
Yes, but I have known Amanda longer.
A little bit, a little bit.
Well bet, well bet.
I've never been inclined to shave my head ever once ever. I never was like had that inclination. I never wanted to. I never wanted to have anything to do with it. I have this secret fear that my head is really lumpy. Like it's like
Wait, how could it be if you could just touch your head and see if it's lumpy?
I just feel like it's really lumpy and not the right shape to have a shaved head. Like if I shaved my head, it wouldn't look great. It'd just be all bumpy and I'd be a bumpy head, hairless mess.
We did that for the Pearl Jam tour in '95 that we went to. We did a road trip to see them in San Francisco and San Diego. And before going out, we all buzzed our heads. And so that was the first and I think probably only time I ever did that. I like to have like buzz sides kind of faded up, but I have a crap ton of cowlicks that I got from my mom. So my hair on top had to stay a certain length because there'd be a period, and there was when I shaved my head where it grows out to a certain point, and then it's just like sticking up like crazy, and concrete won't hold it down. Like it's just absolutely unruly.
It's kind of adorable. I kind of love it. But I understand. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's so much about like transitioning and about like the experience, and like I think the three of us at least, I think it's fair to say that we're all relatively in the same timeline in our transition. Like I think give or take a year or two in either direction, but I think we're all definitely through the second puberty, like in the sense that like I can speak confidently that I feel settled into this version of myself and my current body, and it's like it feels comfortable and like it feels correct. Like, and I'm done with all that the puberty horrible nonsense. That's horrible, but it's also exciting. But like it's but even still, there's still things that linger because of all the like the lifetime of not having what you want, and like the regrets that I try to not have. And it's like I still, even though I try not to think like that, I still have, oh, I gotta make up for this, or I have to do this because I have like if I don't do it all, I never had the chance, so I have to do it now, kind of thing. And I still, and hair is one of those things for me because it was just like I hated having short hair. I always wanted to have long hair. Even when I was a musician, a rock musician, a touring rock musician, playing guitar, I still got shit for keeping my hair long. And it was like, how is that a thing? Like I thought that was like my out.
Your
like,
safe area. Your safe space to
like
actually
I
have
play
long
guitar
hair.
in a rock band. I should be able to have long hair. But like I still got flip shit for people by other musicians. It was terrible.
Well, I love that as soon as you came out, that
Aw.
disappeared.
Aw.
You sad for me. Are you making fun of me, Lilith?
I would just say like a rebel wouldn't care what other people said to them about their rock and roll music and their hair.
God damn, that's the thing.
I know,
That is
right?
it. You got me. You got me.
I gotcha.
My belt buckle just wasn't big enough. I don't give a flying fuck. I haven't washed my ass in years.
Disturbing. It's disturbing.
And so I did wash my butt
Oh, good.
yesterday. With soap.
With soap even? Wow.
I cleaned my butt with
Wow.
soap. I did. I took a shower. So I usually take like one shower a week, and it's usually the night before this show. So my hair looks right for the show.
I love your routine for that. It's great.
But this week was particularly sweaty, and like I just felt so ripe on Thursday that I had to take a shower on Thursday. So I like got ahead of my schedule.
Mhm.
And so, but I didn't take one last night.
You're not going to the gym anymore right now, are you?
No, I stopped going.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Like I go out and go for a hike, and I'm I'm getting old, so I'm trying to be really mindful of the sun. So I do the sunscreen, and then I wear a really light hoodie, like long sleeve, to protect myself from the sun as much as
Yeah,
possible. But that just means that like going out for a hike, and I run about a quarter of it, so I end up super sweaty. So like I can't go very many days without showering. After like, usually after I do that, I'm just so much of a mess that I come home and I shower then, and usually because of that, like I will wash my hair.
That's like a super legitimate reason to jump in the shower. I mean, like, understand, I'm not saying like I'm doing things right here by only taking a shower once a week. Like, I think I'm outside of the norm with this. I think most people, what, Lilith?
I'm the same way. But I haven't been outside in like a week. I mean, I didn't get this perfectly pale skin by sitting out in the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, you know, like my, it's just fucking great. Um,
What's outside?
I've
no,
cultivated this look on purpose. Like, why would I ruin that?
I get
Why
it
would I ruin
because,
it?
like, well, I'm even like with you on that thing because, like, I live in California and I love it here because I love the weather, but like I'm inside most of the time. Like, I go out when I have to. And the reason, like, I think a lot of people like may have this idea that like the because I really don't like weather that isn't like it is here. Like, I don't like rain, I don't like cold, I don't like too hot. I like it just perfect, like it is right here. And that would lead a lot of people to think that
You went on such a tangent that you forgot what you were talking about,
it's
and you
true.
had to
I had to
reset your
reset.
brain.
ADHD is awesome.
It would lead a lot of people to think that the reason for that is that I'm an outdoorsy person and I like to be outside and enjoy the good weather and go hiking and go camping and do all that stuff. And I am so not that. Like, I am very much an indoor house cat. I don't like being wet. I like laying around. That's what I like to do. I like laying around and being cozy. That's what I like to do. That's all I like to do. And but the thing about weather is eventually I do have to leave. And when I do have to leave my house, I don't like being miserable. And that's really all it is. But I don't. I should exercise. I should go out. I should do a sport. I don't. Like, everything costs money.
I'm gonna go play pickleball. Haha.
Yeah, that didn't last.
Yeah. Yeah. Go dominate all the 90-year-olds playing pickleball.
Yeah, all the pickleball all the pickleball ball supply stores that popped up, like when it was a fad, they all went out of business. They're all Spirit Halloween stores now.
I don't think I've ever seen a pickleball store. So
Well,
all the
there
all the
was
millennials watching their inheritance get spent on pickleball shit. Like, what are you doing?
you
It's
bought
like
another new racket.
we're all in on pickleball. We're going to the National Pickleball Finals in San Antonio, Texas, and me and your mother, we're coming back with the trophy. He's like, okay, I guess.
Fourth time's a charm.
I live in a 2-bedroom apartment with 8 other people, but have fun flying to San Antonio for pickleball, Dad.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
I
There's two camps if you're a certain age. You're either all in on pickleball and you're going to San Antonio for that finals, or you're an old person who lives near a pickleball place and all you do is complain about the noise of pickleball.
spray your hose at the pickleballers.
It's like it's 9:30 a.m. It's 9:30 a.m. Why is this clink clonk clink clonk clink clonk clink clonk going on? And they go head to head. It's like when Hulk Hogan fought Andre the Giant, just two 75-year-old Karens going at it. One of them wanting to play pickleball, and the other one like keep the noise down. Ooh, epic.
That was
Epic.
Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant was epic.
That seems to be
epic.
that seems to be the natural progression from bum fights, right? Karen fights, like.
Oh. Man, why are we doing this? We should be out with a camcorder filming that stuff.
Well, like we could take it to the next logical level, which is we could film the Karen fights, but then also we could like have like the fan favorites and we can make them into Beyblades and sell them into kids.
We need a ringer who goes out and wins all these. We need a Grambo slice. We need Grambo slice, just an old lady who just beats the shit out of the old ladies, and we film it and we make her famous and we make money.
I mean, I'm all about whatever scheme makes us money. You want me to set? You want me to put?
We just got to manifest it. We just got to manifest it. We can be millionaires.
I'll do anything. Rise and grind, baby. Get me that million.
I mean, honestly, from the other perspective, 75, you're like your kids don't come visit you, your friends have died, like that sounds like a great thing to do. Just like, why the hell not?
You already hate everything. You might as well take that out on something.
Yeah.
Rage on.
It's a great concept. Whereas like with
rage against the dying of the light.
the bum fights thing seemed like really really unethical and questionable and all of that. But it's just like, yeah, if you could find some people that are just like, I don't give a fuck, sure, like I'll come fight anybody. What else am I gonna do? There's no more Jeopardy reruns on today that I care about. So let's go.
Please give America 5 years, and that kind of shit's gonna be on primetime TV. It's gonna be grandma fights or whatever. You know, it's going to be there. People crave live blood sport. That much is a fact.
I love the reality garbage TV. Like, so like I have this TV and it's an old TV, and like it gets stuck on a show. Like if it just resets, it goes to the same show all the time. And it used to be on Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, and so every time I turned on my TV, I had to like listen to Gordon Ramsay be a little bitch and like complain about shit, and it was like, oh god, I fucking hate this guy, and like trying to switch, I couldn't switch fast enough. But then that one show changed, and now it's on this other reality show called Cheaters, which is like a show where they're like, they pretend to be private investigators and they bust like boyfriends that cheat on their girlfriends, and like
Cheaters was ahead of its time. First of all, of course I know Cheaters. If it's trashy, like not a reality show that was on a real station, but like syndicated reality shows.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was on it. Yeah, it was like they just film it and they just sell it to whatever local station wants to show it at 3 p.m. And do you know why Cheaters got canceled? Because some guy was cheating. Some guy was cheating, and he took like a boat out, and the Cheaters crew followed him on the boat, and he jumped from his boat to the Cheaters boat and tried to stab the host. And then someone was like, that was like the wake-up call. It's just like, hey, maybe we are garbage people for producing this. And they were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't do this.
We are garbage. That's good footage, though. Can you do that?
That's
again?
Good footage. That's like
oh, it's going viral. Ah!
I remember when I was a
Now
kid,
we have to get stabbed every time.
When I was a kid, if you stayed home sick, it was just like Price is Right, and then you'd watch Sale of the Century, and then it was like the Brady Bunch, and then that afternoon kind of stuff came on. And then if you were like later, if you were older, then it was like, yeah, you're watching Maury Povich to Jerry Springer to Cheaters. And just like, ooh, that's rough. Yeah. I miss Bob Barker.
It is.
Yeah. It was so disappointing to stay home from school and be so excited about Price is Right. And it just felt like it was so short. And then after Price is Right, there was just garbage on until the afternoon.
I feel like it was the Price is Right, and that was the highlight. Like they kind of built up that with like lesser game shows, and then the Price is Right was over, and then it went like right to Dallas.
Yeah, it was the daytime TV, the soap opera.
Yeah, then it went to soap operas. Yeah, and then it was just like, oh, I couldn't stand it. But then I like later on, as I was older, I didn't get into them, but someone explained soap operas to me and why they're amazing. And then I found out about James Franco and General Hospital, and about how he always wanted to be on General Hospital, and so finally they let him be on General Hospital, and the character he played was Franco.
Was himself as a like cameo. Wow.
No, the character's name was Franco.
Was Franco?
It was a character.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it was played by James Franco. And like this is like right at the pinnacle when he was doing his show, which was like his YouTube series, Acting with James Franco. And he gave acting lessons to his little brother.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. That's right. Did you never see this?
No, that's why Dave crushed those Dell commercials back in the day, because he had that training.
He did. He had the training with his big brother. Anyway, we should get to what we're here for.
Want to do some questions?
Let's do some questions. I think Lilith, are we gonna do we didn't
You have
do
to read
our
them. I don't
jobs.
have the list in front of me. So
Well, we didn't
you guys
do
have a
our
list.
jobs and decide on which questions we were gonna do today. So like you had the one, Lilith, that I liked that I don't remember what it was. You don't want to do that one?
Why do we communicate that? If I give,
we didn't communicate very well. It's true.
I mean, I sent it to you twice. I don't know.
Oh, did
how
it not make it into the list? I just assumed it was here.
That's all right.
I find it?
didn't do
I can get
anything
it.
with it. I was.
I
got it.
Today.
I got it. I got it.
last night.
I got it. You just have to stop talking.
But we're not very good at that.
Good fucking luck.
What? No, what?
That's the thing we're worst at is stopping talking.
Well, me especially.
I wasn't naming names. I don't know what you're all talking about.
Thank you for the £5 super chat, Stony Man. By the way, thank you very much. We very much appreciate your most valuable money on earth. We love that.
I was hoping it was 5 pounds of sand for the next episode of Guess That Thing, which is becoming a thing in the chat here.
Which is, yeah, Ashley's idea. I love it.
I love it. I love it. Honestly, I'd be willing. No, all right. It's so tempting to just talk about it, but here, do you guys want to do the question? I got the question.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the real shit.
All right. And this is just a question, no big explanation, but I think the question is self-explanatory. This question is, why is the first step so scary? So my egg broke 4 months ago, and for the last 3 months, I wanted to transition, but I'm scared and keep doubting myself. I was like, yeah. That's how it goes.
I mean,
I think the reason you're scared is because there's a whole industry, if you're in America, of people whose whole goal is to make you to be scared to be an individual or do yourself, or not do yourself, but be yourself. There's also a group that's out there that's afraid of you to do yourself, but that's a much smaller group, but also much more dedicated to that cause.
I have to go down this. I have to go down this tangent now, because this is this is the thing, is like, this is the thing that I don't like regret, but I kind of do wish that I did do, which is, if you are going to transition from male, do the feminine transition, do that, go from male to female. I strongly recommend getting a cast of your own erect penis and making a dildo out of it, because I thought about that after mine kind of didn't do that anymore. Because you will want it. And that's the thing, you really
I'm gonna stop here, because this is gonna be one of these tangents. That has nothing to do with the question that was asked.
No, it doesn't. That's just free advice for any of you baby trans women out there. Get that plaster cast made.
Yeah. I concur. I have a friend who did that, and I've always been jealous.
100% agree. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So when people say
you're wrong, I'm just saying it doesn't answer the question.
It does not.
I already forgot the question.
The question.
Now that's a shock. Now that's a shock that you forgot what we were talking about when you just went out. Why do we even ask questions?
The kids fire me to think about making dildos of your own former penis.
I got a feeling that there are a lot of things that make you think about that.
Not that many.
I bet at least once a day you're pouring yourself a hot cup of coffee and you're sitting on that back porch trying to stay out of the sun, and you're just like, damn, I wish I had a rubber cast of my own old penis.
I don't know if it's once a day, but it's definitely at least once a week.
least once a week. Okay.
I was being sarcastic, and then you were just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna
Wish I'd
just
have
make
done
it what
that,
it is."
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Wish I'd have done that.
So this is what we need. Here's our next $1 million idea. So there are services that will do that, right? We know that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But we start one for the girls that come up with the idea too late. And so they take the mold and we use AI to enlarge it to pre-transition size.
We use
so that
AI to generate
Yeah.
what the penis they always wanted to have. And
No,
then
I
we
think
use that to 3D print a dildo.
I don't think I
think
like
what we
this as
do-
much as I
what we do is we just get a bunch of pictures of a bunch of different ones, and you pick one. You're like, which one looks the most like yours, and then we 3D print that for them.
Fair enough.
Just be
Okay.
like, I mean, it's not like it's dicks aren't snowflakes. All right, everyone isn't like 100% different. There's like
I don't
there's
know
like
about that. I don't
no
think
no there's a
you know.
bunch of different styles, but
I've
they're
never
just
seen
they're
two
just
dicks that were the same.
Are we getting dangerously close to a let's whip it out conversation?
No, I'm not
no.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's not what we're talking about. Why?
Okay,
Why would
anyways.
you? Although now we know why Emily's here. She's been waiting for that moment to pop up. Like her mind immediately went there. No, they're definitely not snowflakes. I think, if you compile them and just be like, here's like a police book where you go through and you look, it's like a mugshot book, except they're dicks. And you just go through until you're like, you know what, that one looks the most like mine. Please 3D print that and send it over to me. And they'll be like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think they should have to pick them out of a lineup, like in The Usual Suspects.
Can you imagine what this
but then but what if if it's not the first 5, then you got to bring another 5 guys in, another 5. Like if you have the big book,
from, and then they have to each
if you have the big
and say a
book, they
phrase.
just sit there.
Can you imagine where we would be in our society if the idea for the college students had been Dick Book instead of Facebook?
I mean, I feel like there's a version of that somewhere. Like there has to be. I don't know for sure though.
I mean, Facebook was just created by 2 creepy dudes to like rape women, so
yeah, it was like a
I'm sure there's
thing. Yeah.
Except it's again like acquiring the pictures without consent if you're going to do Dick Book. I just think it's the thing. But I would say like this is a database of dicks, and you just kind of go through and you find one that what, it's been a few years, but I remember that was mine. That's what mine looked like. And they're like, all right, we'll get that out to you in 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could we call it a dictionary? Does that work?
I don't know about that.
Okay. All right, moving on. I feel like there was a question.
Hogwarts.
I don't like that.
Hogwarts School for Former Boys.
There was a question we were attempting to get somewhere towards.
I think we're answering it. I think we're answering it. Why is it so hard to start my transitions? Because like every time I talk to a trans girl, she talks about how I should get my dick 3D printed so that I can sit on it a year and a half from now and be like, whoa, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I think there's other reasons early transition is hard, but yeah, I think that's the big one.
That's the big one.
That's the thing, is like that's the reason you're afraid to actually start your transition, is because you don't have the infrastructure lined up to get your penis.
Yeah, I can't afford to do this, so forget it.
Sadly, you have taken it to a place where I can actually talk like seriously for a moment. If we're done being silly. So
I was never being silly.
The start of my transition, I wanted to do I wanted to free sperm. I wanted to save the ability to have children. I always wanted children, and ended up marrying the wrong woman, and so like pre-transition that was a thing for me. And so I wasn't going to start hormones until I did that. But then like the problem was it wasn't actually something I wanted to do. Like the process of doing that sounded horrendous to me. Like I had no interest in going to a place and beating off. Like that was not a thing. That I could.
Is that how? Wait, they
That's
don't
what
like.
held. That's what stopped you.
Yeah, I was just like, that
Wow.
just sounds.
You're like, can I do this at home and bring you a cup? We're like, no, you got to beat off in our hermetically sealed
Yeah.
room with 8
cameras
people watching.
Make sure it's.
Why are there mirrors?
Well,
Why are there so many?
honestly, this sounds like a separate business in line with our grandma fights, where it's like, yeah, sperm freeze beat off, where we have the cameras and it's just like watching people awkwardly trying to like save their sperm for freezing. Just like a stack of magazines. Announcers, you voice over like, oh, they're taking.
What are they gonna go?
What was it about? What was it? You didn't want to. What was the thought process there?
I just didn't like. I don't know. It was a big blocker for me. Like setting up an appointment and going there, and then like trying to do that. Like I just, it was just repugnant to me for some reason. Like I did not like the idea.
I can see. I think the main thing is like, I'll do it. Do I have to make an appointment where I go someplace and the person knows that's what I'm doing?
Yes. Yeah. Do I have to make eye contact with somebody while I'm doing it, or?
Here's the receptionist when you come in. They're just like, oh, hi. I know why you're here.
Why you're here? Here's your cup. You need extra napkins?
Like, we know what you're here for, and we're not gonna let you do it until you read a verse from this Bible. Like, you have to listen to it. We also have a priest here, and they're gonna give you a quick 20-minute sermon before you go in there.
I would also say that as a human, you're lucky that when you do that, you just get to do it yourself, as opposed to like a cow on a farm, or a bull on a farm, where they actually just like go gloved up to their shoulder and go in through the back way to make sure it happens. So I mean,
as a trans girl, I don't know that I would be opposed to that.
Against it. Fair. I think we've all been there. I've been there. I don't know if we've all been there.
So now I'm picturing stage fright, right? And just like going out to the receptionist, like, is there anybody to help?
Well, that's what I was gonna wonder about that. If like they have like, I don't want to go down that road though, but like
massage parlors where you go and they have the cups along the wall. They're like, do you want us to? Do you want us to save this?
Or just put it next door, like the bank is next door. We can just run it right over.
Oh, they just have like a little. Well, they have like a little thing, and they flip it around the wall, and it just goes to
the pass-through door.
To the the pass-through door.
Yeah.
I think I would like to think that they have different flavors, like that you can choose from. It's like when in Total Recall, when they like give you the survey to see what kind of implant you want. Like it's like you go into the sperm bank, and it's like, well, do you want the glory hole, or do you want the trucker bathroom? Do you want a
it's like the Madonna Hotel where they're all experiencing
like a heart.
They just have like a milking machine that's been adapted for it. And it's just like a tube that you're just like, all right, here we go. But then like the machine is like super loud, so you're just trying to be discreet, and you like go up, and then you flip the button, it's like and everyone in the building next door, everyone in the office knows exactly what's going on. And then you just come out with your little cup, like, oh, thank you, appreciate it. You just freeze that for me. Thank you.
I think
the barn with 3 holes in the wall, and you have to pick the right one.
And behind the 3rd hole is a milking machine that doesn't release until 50 gallons have been withdrawn. My God.
Oh, well, sorry, Moretta. We're on a roll here with this one. Just give us a minute.
I think we should just answer the question.
But anyways, for where my tangent was going, it actually delayed my transition. Like I waited months because I really wanted to do this, but I really didn't want to do it. So I was really conflicted. And during that whole time, I wasn't starting HRT. And at some point I was just like, starting my transition is so much more of the priority for me that I'm going to let that idea go entirely because it's just holding me back. And where I was going with this, that's actually pertinent to the question, is I think that's where you got to
Okay.
get to, is you got to get to the point of transitioning and being yourself and living as yourself is more important than any of the other things that are holding you back or that you're afraid of.
I actually completely agree with that. I think that's 100% because like I don't think you can force it. Like, and I don't think you should. Like, if you're
Yeah.
not ready, you're not ready, and it doesn't matter. Like, and you think you
And
are, but if go on, Lilith.
I would also say it's not just not you're not ready. It's like if you we talked about this a little last week. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel you're in a place where you're safe to do it, then that's okay. Like you have to be completely ready emotionally. You need to be ready physically. You need to feel like you can do this safely. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're not bad if you put it off. But also, yeah, look at yourself as like, are you putting impediments in the way because you don't want to start, or are you thinking things like you said, you were like, I need to do this, I need to save this sperm, and it's like, well, in the back of your mind, you know, you don't need to save this sperm. And so, you know, look at those thought process and like really be honest with you. And I think we have a hard time, not we as in trans people, we, the humanity in general, sometimes have trouble being honest with ourselves. And like we know we want something, but we feel like it's wrong to want it, or it's we're bad if we want it. And just figure out what you want and go for it.
Yeah, give
And
yourself
when you're ready, you're
permission.
ready. Yeah. And if you're not ready, you're not ready, and that's fine too.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I didn't come out until I was ready. And like, it happened for me, like, by the time, like, the coming out was the hard part. Starting HRT, that wasn't hard. Like, that was, I just wanted to do it like right away. In fact, like, as soon as I like came out, like, and I found a doctor, like, and I tried to get it, the whole process happened like within like 4 weeks for me. And and I went to the doctor, and like the doctor was like asking me questions. It's like, well, do you want to start HRT? I was like, yes, I do. It's like, do you want, like, when do you want to start? Do you want to like ease into it? Like, what do you want? And I was like, I was like, but like, yeah, the question of like, well, when would you want to start? It was like, I don't know, 20 years ago. You know, it's like, and so it was like, and she was like, okay, right away then. So, and then she did, and then she just got it. Basically, I had to get a blood test, and then as soon as the blood test showed that I was safe, that it would be safe for me, then she prescribed me the thing and I got it. And it was, the whole
Yeah.
process was about
Yeah.
4 weeks. But
I had a very similar experience. My first endocrinologist asked me like when do you want to start? And I was just like, yeah, about 2 years ago.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got lucky because the Planned Parenthood near me, I could not get a hold of the person who he had to do your informed consent with. And then it turns out that a friend of mine was their roommate and just helped facilitate it happen. And I went in and I got my prescription that day.
Yeah.
I made my appointment,
Wild.
got my prescription that day, and did it. And yeah, it's great. But like I said, I also had to wait till I do it. And I was, you know, similar to Emily, I was putting things in my way too. Like I waited 2 years after I came out just as gender fluid, gender queer, whatever you want to say, because I felt I was too old for it. And I was just like, well, I'm not getting any younger. Although now I am getting younger through the power of estrogen.
Through the power of HRT, which actually makes you look prettier and prettier. It's wild how that works. It's amazing. It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
so good. But yeah, I mean,
do we have time for another question, or should we keep talking about this semen extraction story?
I mean, I do think we have time for another question. I have.
Well, let's ask this, because there are a lot of people, you know, in the chat, who are, so if you are transitioning to female, did you save your stuff? And if you're transitioning to male, did you save eggs? Which I assume is a different process. I don't think you just go squirt them out into a dish.
Yeah, but I think
Clearly
also
a different
and
a little more expensive too. A little more expensive too.
And please, we've got some trans mask folks in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Please let us know if the way that I understand it is, you know, eggs. You're born with your eggs, like in place. So I don't think that those change so much with testosterone. I know it affects the cycle, but I don't know that it particularly affects the eggs. Please, please correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't have any idea how it works. Yeah, we're so American, like we just weren't told this stuff.
Oh, I mean, did we all have like the gym teacher who also had to be our health instructor and awkwardly talk to a bunch of teenagers about something he clearly was not comfortable talking about alone by himself? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that poor guy. Poor guy,
I
Mr. Cooper.
remember
Sorry.
I remember when I was in 7th grade, they like interrupted one of our classes to have a guy come in and talk about sex education. And no one knew who he was. And he was like some guy from India and he had a thick Indian accent. And all he was doing was talking about how good masturbation is. And the whole class was just making fun of him. And he was just like, yes, I masturbate all the time. Yes, it is great. And like, and that whole class was just like mocking him to his face. And the whole thing was just a bunch of teenagers making fun of this dude talking about how great masturbation is.
The idea of teenage dudes making fun of a guy for like they all met the for class like, yeah, man, I don't masturbate. I tried it once, it sucked. They're like, oh, you tried it once, gross.
Yeah, I mean, we were all. It was, you know, what Milwaukee was like in the 80s. Like, yeah, we weren't telling the truth about anything.
No.
We do have another question.
Oh, someone does say you just have to go off T for the process. I assume that the process is the egg thing we were talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know if we talked about any other processes, unless you have to go off T to masturbate. I don't think that's what I think that was before we started that part of the conversation.
That would be fucking insane.
I think that the way that T works, the masturbation is more requisite after taking T than before because your sex drive just goes whoop.
Yeah, that's what I would figure too. I'll tell you this. This is not that new of a development, but a relatively recent development, like which is like now, like the process for me to get off, like it takes like an hour or more. Like I have to budget like time for it. Like before it was just like I could do it in like I could tug one out in like 2 or 3 minutes. It's like if I really got down to business, I could just make it happen and be done with it. But like now it's like I have to like set.
Why are we talking? Why are you telling us this?
I don't know. It's just like a different thing. It's a different perspective. We were talking about like trans mass dudes and like having like masturbate more furiously, and like it's a different perspective.
Furious. The word.
I don't think there was. I think you opened the door to telling us about your personal masturbation experience that wasn't unlocked or even opened on anyone else's end.
I was inspired by the Indian man that came to talk to us in the 7th grade.
Is that maybe that's why it takes
free about it?
Maybe that's why it takes you an hour, because as soon as you start, all you think about is this guy who was talking to a high school.
I'm just like,
talking about a high school. Are you enjoying it? It's very pleasant. You're just like, get out of my head. I'm trying to.
All right, we have another question here.
I don't know. Do we have? I mean, we have like 9 minutes left before the top of the hour.
It's a silly question, right? We're gonna do the silly one.
Okay,
we're gonna do the silly one. This comes from this is a good one, and the question is.
Oh, this is a good one.
I think weed makes me trans. I don't know what is happening, dude. Basically, when I smoke weed, there's this certainty in me that I'm non-binary. I feel all the pressure of gender lifting off my shoulders. When I'm sober, that goes away and I'm back to my assigned gender at birth. What does it mean? Literally, I don't know.
With 7 W's, yes.
Yeah, that's the question. And I don't want to sound like I'm making fun. I actually had like not that same experience, but I did like notice that when I got really high, sometimes it would make me feel real feminine. And I talked to I brought this up with like my therapist, and they're like, yeah, no, there is actually like a feminizing aspect to THC, that
Oh.
it is a mildly feminizing herb.
Hmm.
Like, and that's actually a real thing. And so for this case, I would say that you probably are non-binary, and what happens when you sober up isn't that that urge goes away, it's that you suppress it. That's probably what it is, because I don't think like cis people are smoking weed and feeling trans. I don't think that's a thing.
No.
I don't think that's a thing at all. I think only trans people ever feel trans.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that, something that I've heard a lot recently is drunk words are sober thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty much what's happening here. You're taking a substance that's like freeing your mind and freeing you from the constraints that I mean, that's why people smoke weed, is to kind of get away and like get their mind away from all the stuff they're worried about. And when you do that and something comes forward, yeah, it I think it just shows you something that's deep down under there. I don't think the weed is making you trans.
No.
It's the weed is making it possible for you to understand more about yourself.
The weed
I
is
mean, I
letting you
don't think
put your
that's
guard down.
you go. I was gonna say
Oh,
a
thank
bad
you,
joke.
thank you.
Oh,
I've
I
been
was
sitting
gonna say
here.
a bad joke,
I
but
appreciate
okay.
the. It's just like lowering your defenses. Like you're more open to the thoughts, and it's kind of like we've talked about this before. It's when you put your guard down, you're more open to stuff. But you're right. Cis people don't get high and think that. They think about, could God make a burrito so big that even God couldn't eat it? Like that's the kind of thoughts cis people
That's
have.
what I was thinking. It was like you can say like the reason that people smoke weed is to like escape or free themselves, but sometimes you smoke weed just to make the Black Crows sound better. Like I mean that I think there's some truth to the escapism thing
I'm
about
sorry. Do you not
drugs.
like do you not like the Black Crows?
No, I'm okay, but like they sound better when you're high. Most music
I don't know.
does. Like,
I don't smoke weed, so I
well,
wouldn't know
I
what you're
smoked a lot
talking
of it,
about.
and music sounds fucking way fucking better when you're high as fuck. It sounds fucking great. It's one of the main reasons I did it. So I'm a musician.
I
I
would
had
say
to
that
know
the best
how music
music,
sounded.
like the best music experience I had is listening to the Kinks on mushrooms. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, it's great.
that was great. That was
Yeah,
great. That's a
but
great
mushrooms and
band
acid
for
are also
mushrooms.
really good for making music sound awesome.
I can't imagine that would help with the Black Crows.
Oh no, it does. Like they're way more
Oh.
psychedelic than you think. Like,
No, I get they're psychedelic, but I just don't. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'll have to go get some.
I mean, they're not like my favorite band or anything. I don't like listen to them on the regular.
I don't think
but
anyone's
like,
favorite brand is the Black Crows.
I think you're right about that. I think like they were someone's favorite band that worked at NPR once, like when they got interviewed in like
Here
1995.
is every time someone brings up the Black Crows, like, hey, the Black Crows are in town. You want to go? And the person's just like,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
maybe. Got any acid?
But yeah, Mr. Weed
Also,
Smoking
hold
non-binary
on.
person.
If weed made you trans, you would still be trans when you stopped when the weed wore off.
Oh, it's already too late. It's too late for you now.
It's too late. If it makes you trans, then you're already trans. I'm sorry.
It's just like it blurs the gender barrier for them. It makes them non-binary. I have a serious question if there's any non-binary people here, and that is, you go on, Emily, because I was, this is kind of a detachment thing.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna make the joke then. Is the movement to legalize marijuana, is that the trans agenda then? Is that what all of that has been? Okay, now you go. just a throwaway. There it is.
I was gonna ask, like, because like, so I've gotten over the years, I've gotten pretty good at being respectful about non-binary identities, but being binary myself, it can still get pretty sticky. And the part that trips me up is the very gendered thing of like being, what's a polite term? Like for the masculine term would be sir, and the feminine would be like madam or mademoiselle or something like that. What do NBs like for that sort of term, like a respectful, like gender neutral term that I could say that is showing respect.
Is it dude? Is that why he was using it?
Brah.
Brah.
No.
Brah.
I've heard that cat
I feel like
a good one.
I feel like I feel like you're saying like sir and madam, like these terms of respect but they don't get used as terms of respect. They're just like
I use them all the time.
When I worked at like retail, I'd be behind the counter and they'd be like, sir, and this is like I'm just here for 4 hours trying to like not puke. Just please pay, and no need for the honorifics or anything like that.
Honorifics, that's the
hey,
word
dog,
for it,
dog. That's what I'd say. Hey, yo dog.
Yo dog.
Yo dog.
Yo, dog.
I love
that's for everyone. That's gender free for whoever you're talking to.
I love
Patriot's good. I like Patriot.
Patriot's good. As
comrade is the way to go.
Majesty,
comrade.
Your Majesty.
Oh yeah.
Comrade, okay.
Comrade's real good because like I mean like you're definitely there's a the Venn diagram between non-binary and communists is pretty much a circle.
I also just feel like comrade acknowledges that we're all in this together.
Yeah. I like that. I like comrade.
I mean, that's why I'm here.
I'm glad that us 3 binary cis women or trans women were able to decide for the non-binary people and decide what the right.
If anyone,
one is.
I mean, anyone, I'd love anyone to put one in the chat. I'd be up to your anything. I think comrade is just like it just hits. Just hits on so many more points too. It's just like everything. And it lets them know what you're about.
I agree. I like comrade. That's my favorite of all of them that I've ever heard.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna operate under that one on default until I find a better one. Until like a non-binary person tells me something else.
Yeah,
you could always go with your grace.
Your grace.
No, that's too. I'm not down with the whole like regal royalty shit. Like I don't get called someone your fucking majesty because I'm too much.
I didn't say your majesty. I said your grace.
Your grace, but that's the same thing. It's like
it sounds more religious, doesn't it?
That's what you said to King Jeffrey Lannister. You had to call him your grace, and I don't like it. I don't know.
Oh my god! First of all, it's Jeffrey Baratheon.
Oh, it was Jeffrey Baratheon. Oh fuck! I spilled the beans.
Now
cut my head off just like they did to Ned Stark.
Now we're gonna hear from King's Landing about spreading rumors about the king. Great.
Fuck.
We know, and we already know it's not going to end well. That was a good joke, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the way the series ended?
Yeah, the series was fucking.
But we're talking
terrible.
about like murder because
Well, yeah, it's a funny thing about that because like that show was so ubiquitous and so people.
Okay, we're going on. Wait. We're going on a tangent. We don't need to go down right now.
We have 2 minutes left, so we should probably wrap it instead of new tangenting.
I can go on a tangent about Game of Thrones if I want to.
Oh, we know you could. Well, technically, it's our last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Fine. Hey, I'm sorry. Forget everything I was about to say about Game of Thrones.
Whatever.
Lilith on Substack. Like and subscribe.
Amanda, may I remind you have a 2-hour show coming up that you have to do solo. That you have all of the time in the world to talk about
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yes.
I don't think I'm probably going to be talking a lot about Game of Thrones while I'm playing poker, but
okay,
why not?
Because I be concentrating on poker. Like I might have some tangents, and depending on what the chat says, I'll probably be responding to the chat. But like, I don't think that I'm gonna like be thinking because there won't be a back and forth
chat.
It'll just be a monologue. Yeah, and it's just like I don't have that much to say. I don't have 2 hours worth of things to say about Game of Thrones.
I'd seriously doubt that. I'd be willing to bet you do have 2 hours worth of things to say about Game of Thrones.
Things to say about Game of Thrones.
Let's talk about what's coming up.
Chat though, real quick, chat. If you love me, would you please would you please go watch Amanda's mediocre poker show and talk only about Game of Thrones in the chat, please, 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 pretty please.
Please.
We will speak of naught but Game of Thrones.
Thank you, Charlotte, for the $3 super chat, for the $3 Australian super chat, which I think is more valuable than US dollars. I think it should be.
And getting more valuable each day.
Well, nothing tanks like the US dollar. But like, yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up. I was kind of doing a joke, but you really should subscribe to Lilith Substack because it's awesome. And
Yes.
you should like and subscribe if you haven't already, and you should be mashing on those hearts, and you should be commenting and sharing and telling everybody that this is the best show to watch if you're trans, or if you want to know something about being trans, or if you just like hilarious nonsense, because you like hearing about talking about getting your dicks plaster casted and the dildos. That's the best show for this. I don't know if I've ever heard another show that was that good at talking about that. I've never seen it. Like and subscribe.
Coming up after the show, on the next hour, the next top of the hour is Mediocre Poker with Amanda Bonanza. She will be rocking the show solo because Raina and I need to go to an event. And then we are still on hiatus for our Saturday video game show. But Church of Vaultech is tomorrow at 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern with Amanda Bonanza. Not sure about whether Raina is planning.
There for
Raina's going to be there for that one.
Yeah,
cool.
She's
All
going to
right.
be there for church tomorrow. And tomorrow, if you have been following, last week I died 3 times. It was fucking embarrassing. And I'm heading east to the Museum of Witchcraft. Like I'm just trucking it east. I've got like a few clicks to do to get there, and there's trouble all the way there. So like we're gonna see how that goes. But like I've got new firepower, and we're heading east to the Museum of Witchcraft. We're gonna deal with that. We're gonna try and find a rifle over there. So that's what we're doing tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we love it, and I hope that you love it too, and I can't wait to see you.
Yeah. I do not currently at this moment have a guest signed up for the transgender show this week. I intended to get to that and get some people on there. I'm in conversation with some folks, but we haven't secured anybody yet. So I can't guarantee. Just check out the YouTube, youtube.com/thetransverse, and then go to the live button, the live tab, and that'll show you what shows we have coming up. So if we get one going, I will put that in the schedule. But I will be doing Creative Block on Wednesday, going back to just doing some regular drawing instead of working on the tattoo. And yeah, so that should be fun. I think I'm going to use some pencils that were gifted to me recently by somebody. So I'm going to be using those. We'll be back to drawing on paper. So that should be really fun. I did talk about doing a frog in orange and green though. So maybe, I don't know, game day decision there. But regardless.
If you do a frog in orange and green, you got to like have it smoking a Newport, right?
Okay. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern for Creative Block on Wednesday night. And I think that's all. We plugged the Substack. We plugged all the shows. I think we're good, right?
I think so.
I think that's a show.
Good.
All right, y'all.
We love you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the top of the hour for Mediocre Poker.
Bye, y'all.